Hey y'all, it's Stacey. Welcome back to the kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make the fried green tomatoes that I made on Guy's Grocery Games. Now, my literal only claim to fame is the fact that Guy Fieri said that these fried green tomatoes were probably the best that he had ever had. So let me show you how easy it is to make these. Now keep in mind, with this recipe, we had challenge ingredients. So we had to use beer, potato chips, and mustard. And while I used the mustard on the pimento cheese that I served with these, the beer and the potato chips went into these fried green tomatoes. So let me show you how I made them. To start, I've got 3 large green tomatoes here. Now, I like to use green tomatoes that are just starting to turn pink. You can see here these are just starting to get a hue of pink on the bottom. I like the flavor and the texture of these, and they're a little softer than the ones that are bright green. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use a serrated knife here. I find that this is really the best knife for tomatoes, and I'm going to slice these into 1/4 inch or about 1/8 of an inch thick. I like thinner fried green tomatoes versus the big thick slices. Now you can certainly see here in these the difference in the color. You can see where these are starting to turn pink just a little bit on the inside, so these are going to be perfect. On the show, we only had 30 minutes to shop, cook, and plate. So if you have the luxury of time, what you might want to do is add a little salt to each side of these tomatoes and sandwich them between some paper towels. What that's going to do is going to draw some of that excess moisture out, ensuring that our breading stays stuck to the tomatoes and that it doesn't get soggy. All right, so the biggest challenge for me was those potato chips, but I knew that I could probably use those potato chips as the breading for my fried green tomatoes, so that's exactly what I did. I'm gonna use a food processor here, and we're gonna grind all of those potato chips up and make our breading. So to the bowl of our food processor here, I'm going to add, this is a 7.5 ounce bag of barbecue potato chips. These are just going to go right in. All right, to that, I'm going to add about 1 cup of plain cornmeal. Now you could use white or yellow. It shouldn't really make a difference here in this case. I'm just going to put that right in the food processor here. Lid on, and we're just going to pulse this till it's nice and fine. All right, once those are chopped up nice and fine, we're going to move these to a bowl here. And then move on to our next step. All right, to set up our dredging here, I've got about 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour. In the middle here, I'm going to mix 1 cup of buttermilk with our other whammy ingredient, which was beer. And I really had no idea what to do with beer, so I thought this is the opportunity to do that. So this is about 1/4 cup of beer that I'm going to add there. And just whisk this together. And then I've got my oil here. Now I've got about 2 inches of oil in a deep skillet. Now normally I would fry in something a little bit deeper than this just for safety reasons, but so that you can see today I'm frying in something that's a little more shallow. I'm gonna use just regular vegetable oil here. You could use vegetable oil, you could use peanut oil. We're gonna get this to about 350 degrees. When frying like this, it's always important that you want to make sure that the oil never goes up more than 1/3 of the way of how deep your vessel is. That way, as you're adding things to the oil, it's not going to boil over and cause a fire. All right, so we've allowed our oil to get to about 350 degrees. And if you don't have a fry thermometer like this, or one of these handy dandy infrared thermometers, what you can do is you can grab a wooden spoon, and when you put the wooden spoon here in the oil, if you see bubbles, generally speaking, it's probably hot enough to fry. All right, let's get those tomatoes breaded. So after they've had some time to sit with these paper towels, you can see that the paper towels have absorbed some of that excess moisture. So when we're breading, we start with dry, which is just our all-purpose flour here. This is going to help everything stick. It gives it a good base. Our buttermilk and our beer mixture is going to be the liquid that we need to have our potato chips stick. Now, with the potato chips, we don't want to pack this on super well. We just want a light coating here. And these are going to go right in our oil. Okay, so these are going to cook for 2 to 3 minutes on each side, and about halfway through, we're just going to flip them over. You have to keep in mind that the potato chips are already cooked, so allowing these to cook for a long time means that those potato chips might burn. You want to make sure that you adjust the heat to maintain that temperature at about 350 degrees. Otherwise, we might end up with soggy, greasy fried green tomatoes. In total, these are going to cook for 4 to 6 minutes, just depending on exactly how hot your oil is. Once they're done, I've got a sheet pan here that I've lined with paper towels and a rack. I like to use this rack method because what happens is the rack allows the excess oil to drip away, but sitting it directly on the paper towel can sometimes lead to soggy or greasy green tomatoes. You're going to work in batches, cooking all of your fried green tomatoes. Once you've fried these all, serve them warm all by themselves. You could top them with some pimento cheese like I did on the show. You could sprinkle some Creole seasoning or maybe a drizzle of hot sauce. And you've got the fried green tomatoes that Guy Fieri said they were the best he'd ever had. You can find this full recipe on the website at southernbite.com. Y'all enjoy.